Okay, welcome back to the vlog, guys. This week I haven't actually been doing too much because the weather has been very average. Doesn't look too bad today actually. It's been raining all week and I haven't really had the motivation to really do anything, so I've basically been playing with the suspension a little bit here and there. I've got some new spacers that I have thrown on and changed the studs. I'll show you that a bit later. What I've really been doing is just been sanding and painting my wheels, so I'll show you in a sec what I've been doing. But I've pulled all 4 wheels off the car and have started painting the back of them because they look pretty horrible and I've just wanted to fix it for a while. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Because the weather's been so crap, I've kind of just been at the back here painting and sanding and that kind of stuff. It's a long, tedious process. I'm not sure if I'm going to film all of it. I like painting, it's satisfying, but it just takes ages, and I like things being done quickly. But I think the before and after comparison is really good. I'll just show you in a second what I mean. But yeah, there's a few things I really want to get done next week, which is tucking the wiring harness, because I've already dropped my car that low that the tyres started rubbing that, so I have to fix that. That'll probably be next week at some point. Because the weather's being very average as well, getting the project bike fixed isn't that high on my agenda, because my plan was to ride it to work, and I'm not going to ride it to work if the weather is how it is now. So the reason why it's on hold, I guess, is because with everything that's going on, I can't find the parts. No one's really selling them, and if they are, they're away, or whatever. Yeah, that's going to have to wait for another day. I think at the moment I'm just going to work on getting these wheels looking the best they can be. Yeah, so let's show you before and after, which I think looks sick. This is what the back of the wheels looks like. They all look like this, every single one of them. They look horrible. They're pretty bad, like look at all that, that's disgusting. I bought them like that and I was like, I could paint them now, but I was too excited, so I just put them on there. This is what they look like afterwards. So I've given them a good sand, primer. I just primed this one now. It came out really bad, so it's gonna need a good sand. And let's have a look at the after. Yeah, this is one I painted yesterday. It's so what the camera does not even want to focus. There we go. Had to play around with the stuff, but yeah, this came out really well. This is with 3 base coats and 3 coats of clear. I did the clear just then. The base coat is actually pretty shiny. You can't really notice the clear coat. The reason why I wanted to do it is because it gives a lot more resistance to chip and just a lot stronger. So yeah, I've done 3 layers of clear just for protection, because these inside of the wheels, obviously, as anyone knows, gets hammered. I don't want it to chip, I want it to look good. So I've only done 1 from start to finish because it takes so long. And this one here I'm working on now, so yeah, that's kind of it for now. Welcome back to the vlog where I paint things. So I have primer on these 2 here. They're ready for base coat. They ran out of grey primer, so I had to use a white primer, but it's the same stuff, so it needs a quick sand and I can throw on base coat. So this one here has base coat. I did that one yesterday. It turned out pretty cruddy, so you can see there. I might have to sand that and just go over that with some primer or something like that. I don't know what I'm going to do. This one here is the one that's, I guess, semi-finished, you could say. I don't think I'm going to film too much because I don't want to get the lens and the camera and paint on it. I didn't film much of me sanding because that was a pretty terrible process and I don't really want to go through that again. So yeah, I will check back in once these all have base coat on them and we're going to continue painting. Yeah. Alright, we're back. I've got base coat done on all of them now. This is the one that I did first, just as a test to make sure that the paint was a good match and whatnot. I want to say the hard part's over, but I don't think it is, because I've been thinking this whole time, oh, they've only done, but I've still got to do the fronts. In regards to the fronts, I don't think I'm going to take them back and prime the whole thing. It's not really worth it. There's just a few little rock chips here and there and the edges that I need to fix up, so I'm just going to go over it with base coat. I'm going to use this one again as a test to see if I need to prime or not before I get onto these. The paint came up well, they're just drying in the sun. I'll put clear on tomorrow, I'll let them dry in the sun for the rest of the day. And the backs will be done. I'm going to get started on fixing the lips. I can't wait till they're all done. Hopefully they all look good in the end. Yeah. We're back. Clear coat is done on all of them, so the backs are all done now. I'm happy with that. The other one's over here, so I guess I'm at like the halfway point. I'm going to start working on the fronts now, so I'm going to leave the backs to dry and cure because you're not allowed to polish them for probably at least a week. But now to the lips. I think we're just going to go straight over with some base coat and then finish with clear. I'm trying to figure out the best way to mask this. Mask the tire, mask in here as well. And yeah, but I think I'm gonna let these dry a little bit more, and we're gonna go out the front and play with the S14. I need to adjust preload on the springs, so we're gonna go do that. That shouldn't take too long. That's just take the wheels off and tighten the spring pretty much, so I'll explain that when I get there. It looks so sad out here. As I said before, we're going to be playing with the spring preload. It shouldn't be that long actually, it should be pretty quick. I'm not taking anything out, I'm just gonna take the wheels off, do the front, do the rear, and add between 4 and 5 mil of spring preload. I didn't check this before I put the coilovers in, and I'm assuming that the preload is set to 0, so there's no preload on the spring, it's just like finger tight. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want less suspension travel. Essentially, the more preload, the less the suspension travel. So yeah, we're gonna jack it up and take a look. So it's pretty much just as I suspected. There's no preload on this. The spring's kind of how it is. What we're going to do is we're going to add 5 mil of preload, and that should fix everything. You undo this, wind this up until it's 5 mil, which I think some people say is the thickness of this. You can do it that way. I'm going to use a roller, and yeah. Alright, that didn't take too long, but I'm just going to show you what I've done. I measured the distance from the top collar to the bottom collar, and that was exactly 50 mil. So I know I want to add 5 mil of spring preload, so effectively you want to make this distance 55 mil. So that's what I've done. I've wound this up. Why you want to measure it is because this can move. That can mess up all your calculations. So this is now 55 mils from here to here, and we're going to repeat that for the other side. Make sure you tighten this up really tight, and this one here, so that it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. So we're all done. Wasn't actually that hard. It's something I needed to do just to make sure when I put my wheels back on that they fit and don't scrub. Yeah, it's coming along. Hopefully the wheels will be done by then as well. So a couple more things have arrived which I think is worth going over. These are the GK Tech spacers. So I'll quickly show you these first. These are the GK Tech spacers. These are the 25 mil ones. I tried these on initially and they fit. They're what I want, but they're actually, I think they're actually too small. I'm actually thinking I might need a 30 mil or a 35 mil even to get the fitment I want. These aren't pushing the wheel out further enough. So my wheels are actually plus 35, which is not the right offset for a Sylvia, so I'm having to compensate with spacers. Effectively with a plus 25 mil spacer on a plus 35 wheel, effectively my fitment is going to be plus 10. Which still isn't enough. I think 0 offset would be kind of where I want the wheel sitting out. But again, I haven't test fitted the wheels on this and put the car down to see where it sits. So I've just test fitted the wheel in the air just to see, to make sure it clears everything, which it does. So once I've finished painting the wheels, I can finally test these on. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not too sure. But yeah, this came in the mail, took a while, but I'm pretty sure these are my motorcycle grips. Yeah, they look nice. Pro taper grips. If you know from the project bike, I definitely need new grips. So these, I've heard a lot of good things about these. They're really soft, which is what I want, and they feel good. So, oh wow, yeah, super soft. I've got a feeling these aren't gonna fit though. I'm gonna have to get a friend to help me to put these on. I also got, I didn't order a magazine, but it looks like it came with a magazine. Okay, the Go On Riding catalogue. Yeah. I also ordered just some glue and stuff because I don't know how getting it on there's one thing, that making it stay there. So you can use grip wire. You basically wrap that around here and tighten it, and you can do that way. You can also put some glue on there before you put them on. I don't know which I'm gonna do. Glue is good for keeping them on there, but crap for trying to get them off. This is good, but it looks terrible, and if you don't pinch it down all the way, it can puncture you. So yeah, I don't know which I'm gonna do, but I wanted to get both options because these were fairly cheap. It just added these on for a couple of bucks even, so I've got two methods. Yeah, so I don't know when I'm gonna put these on because I might need a friend with a neck compressor or something like that to help me put these on. They're a bit of a pain to get on. So yeah, these are cool though. Yeah.